Falling short. Issues of Uncle J. I awoke to find myself in what seemed to be a bright white void of nothingness. Hello? I called out, assuming at the very least I was in some kind of dream. I tried that. No one answered, said a voice from behind. I turned round only to find myself face to face with the 12-year-old version of me, who was 5 feet tall, slim, and like me, dressed in a light blue outfit similar to that of scrubs worn by nurses and doctors. How long have you been here? I asked, now getting over the surprise of seeing myself, as I quickly reconciled with the fact that in the dream world, nothing was really out of the realm of possibility. Not long. Who are you anyway? Asked the 12-year-old me. I'm you at 37, I replied. Really? I thought I'd be taller. So did I. I'm not sure if we inherited our father's height or I stunted our growth by excessively masturbating in the summer of '95. Huh? Never mind. You don't really look impressive, commented my younger self. Well, it could be worse, I responded. How so? You know the dad in Family Matters? Yeah? I'm the same age as him. I guess that's something, but the Stallones and Jackie Chans of this world look much better at 37. I can't argue with that, I said, now giving up on trying to impress my younger self. So as a grown-up, am I rich? My younger self asked anxiously. No, but you're doing okay. Okay? Am I married with kids? No, and it's not from a lack of trying. Did I at least become successful enough to get the attention of everyone who treats me like a loser now? That one is a mixed bag. How? On one hand, you did some stuff, which was somewhat impressive enough for people to recognize, but on the other hand, people still kind of see you as a loser. Do I achieve anything of worth? My younger self asked, now taking a seat on the floor in a disheartened state. Well, you get a degree, become pretty good at martial arts, and publish a few books. Become an amazing educator who inspires countless people. You currently head up a youth development charity, and most importantly, you give your life to Christ. It's good to know I make some kind of progress, said my younger self, now beginning to revive the little hope he had. For the longest time as a man, I imagined a scenario where I could go back in time and tell my younger self how to avoid countless mistakes. And as time went on, I realized that wisdom wasn't just about having knowledge, but it was also about the application of knowledge merged with emotional intelligence. Huh? Exactly. I'm confused. Even if I give you a list of things to do and not to do, I know it won't make a difference because of so many variables that have hit you and are yet to hit you. Which is why I'm going to implore you to do one thing. Which is? Pray, read your Bible, and do everything in your power to honor God with your words, thoughts, and deeds. You have issues. Now, this is a line that has been thrown at me 1 or 2 times in my life, which when you think about it, it's kind of redundant, seeing as we all have issues. I guess if I was to grade my performance in the game of life, I would probably barely make it to a C- grade, maybe even a D+. The image I would use to represent who I am now is the malnourished Superman from Flashpoint. If you're not a comic book fan, Google it. The reason for my grade can be seen in my performance spiritually and naturally. Spiritually, I'm a born-again Christian who to say could be doing a lot better with his walk with God would be an understatement. Naturally, well, unlike a lot of my peers in their 30s, I'm not married, I don't have any kids, my income isn't impressive, I don't own a home, meaning I still rent, and depending on the perspective you choose to take, it could be said that I've practically failed at everything I put my hands on. However, I'm well aware that I'm in no position to complain, as I am healthy, surrounded by opportunities in countless forms, and in general terms, I have more than I need. I guess that's why I'm writing this, to reconcile how I feel with what is real. So who am I? Maybe if I had asked myself that question enough times and answered honestly, I would have made more than what has been given to me in this life. Who am I? In terms of vital statistics, at this time, I'm a black British male with a Nigerian heritage in his 30s, who is 5 feet 7 inches tall, around 200 pounds, who is somewhat of an athlete. I'm creative with natural pastoral instincts, which include being friendly, encouraging, counseling, and teaching. In most environments, I can be the life of a party and a bit of a joker. However, in general, from a naturalistic standpoint, at the moment it seems I'm not very good at this life. I say this because in many ways, many people would highlight me as a loser. Yesterday I walked out of my now ex-girlfriend, which has been a theme of late, me walking out on people. I do want to do better and I can do better. I feel like with the right opportunity, everything I filled out could be filled to do something great. Like me being a well-oiled machine in the context of me embracing my calling. So I guess in many ways I know who I am and I know what I'm called to do. I have a resilient spirit, but I'm tired, mentally beat down, and unsure if I can do much with the life at this stage. But I also know giving up is not an option. The underlying fact is I'm thankful to God for He has done so much for me. He has given me so many opportunities, most of which I have wasted, and yet I know He is still rooting for me. This fact makes me sorry for being a mess and making so many bad choices. I want to do better, but I can't do better without God's help on every level. I need to be safe from the work of the enemy as well as myself. My anime life. Prologue. In a world ravished by evil found within the hearts of human beings, an ebony-colored skinned man walks down a sandy path, sandwiched between two grassy fields. Almost middle-aged, he is bald at 5'7" with an athletic build, which is dressed in a black peasant outfit similar to one seen in 70s kung fu movies. On his shoulder is everything he owns in a simple brown rucksack. He comes to a little cottage where he sees a woman stricken with age sweeping the front yard. "Good afternoon," greets the man. "Good afternoon," responds the woman. "Is there no one to help you with that?" the man inquires. "My grandson usually helps me, but he's gone to get supplies and won't be back for another 2 days. If you want, I can help you out with chores until he gets back." "That's very kind of you, but I have no means of paying you." "Payment won't be necessary." "Thank you." "My name is Jay," said the man, putting down his rucksack and gently taking the broom away from the woman. "My name is Agatha," responds the woman as she proceeds to shake Jay's hand. For the rest of the day, Jay proceeds to clean the cottage, cook Agatha meals, as well as fix plumbing problems throughout the cottage. During the morning that follows, a shirtless Jay fixes the roof, while Agatha sits on her rocking chair, when two men, wearing navy blue government-issued military uniforms, pull up in front of the cottage on two army green quad-like vehicles. "Do you own this here house?" asks one of the men as he and his partner get off their vehicles and approach the old lady. Both are oriental-looking with army-style haircuts, around 6 feet tall with muscular builds. "Yes, I do," answers Agatha. "Then you are required to pay us property tax," informs the lead man as he and his colleague approaches Agatha. "Since when?" "Since now," says the lead man, grabbing Agatha by the arm and pulling her out of her chair. Jay gracefully jumps off the roof and lands in between Agatha and the two men. "And who are you?" asks the lead man as he and his partner unleash their retractable metal batons. "Someone who doesn't like to see officers abuse their power to extort money from defenseless old ladies," answers Jay. Both men attack Jay, who in turn, with next to no effort, disarms and violently floors both men with impeccably placed strikes, causing the officers to take another look at Jay and notice the tattoo of a dove encircled by a snake on his right shoulder. "You're the serpent dove, which means by law you're not meant to intervene with our activities." Now resigned to the fact they were no match for Jay. "That law swings both ways," responds Jay, with a look that firmly says, "Get out of here." Without saying a word, both men run to their vehicles and drive off. Jay then proceeds to turn to Agatha in an effort to see if she's okay. "I think it's best you leave," says Agatha, not even wanting to look at Jay. "If I leave, I'm not interested in having a murderer in my home," interrupts Agatha. Jay grabs his belonging and does as she says. Falling Short complete series can be found on JOMAJ Studios' YouTube channel. Falling Short is also available in paperback book format or on Kindle. To get your copy, email jomajstudios@gmail.com. That's jomajstudios@gmail.com.